Well, hello there. I'm trying to go live here. Let's see what's going on. Hello there, Mick. How you doing, Caesar? Good to have you guys. What's going on in the world of long weekends for Thanksgiving? I've been trying to rearrange my media room, and I'm getting another calyx tomorrow. So tomorrow night. So time to get things off the floor and onto some new shelves. Got to into rearrangement time. Got a different background here. Moved things around. Got out in front. Got up from behind my record cabinet there. Hey, Dimebag Dave, how's it going? So, but I got my green screen behind me. I can pull straight up, so I can have any kind of background I want, I guess. So everybody get what they wanted for Black Friday, Record Store Day. I didn't. I looked. I went to one store and later in the day, and I just really didn't have anything on my list. So was looking for a few other people, but got a record show tomorrow in Orange County. All right, Caesar, great. Been to Orange County when I was doing some consulting. I did consulting for Mazda, and they had a design center there and a rotary engine rebuild repair center there that I consulted for. So, John Wayne International Airport. Yeah, I didn't see much this year that interested me, to be honest with you. Um, wasn't wasn't really much that really caught my eye. I saw Monkeys one, and I saw it was done by Friday Music, and Joe Ragoso remastered it, and I'm like, nope, pass on that one. So yeah, it really wasn't much, which is good because plenty of other things that I've spent money on, of course, and it was kind of a way to save some time too, because I don't really like going in those lines. Yeah, there was quite a bit left over in the store I went to, actually. So, it seemed like it was quite a bit you could pick up, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. So, hey, Styles from Indiana. I grew up in Indiana. I grew up in the Gary Maryville area, up in the great Northwest, uh, the region, as we call it around Chicago. What area are you from? So today, along with rearranging southern Indiana. Okay, it's close enough. Southern Indiana, south of Indy, Evansville, down that way. Yeah, that's part of it. Vincennes on the west side. Yep. So you get a little bit of a mixture of the seasons, I guess. You still get a little bit of snow maybe around there. Not as much as we did up near the lake, of course. But yeah, what's your thoughts on now that the New Albany area? Okay, great, thanks. Yeah, I know where that is. So, any thoughts on any releases that are coming out in the next few weeks? I know we have. I think Gaucho is released next Friday, I believe, on the 1st. Yes, UHQR for Gaucho. Looking forward to that one. Did a little bit of did a little bit of a relook at Asia today. I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, we got Gaucho coming out, and then I think we've got another 3 coming out from. I think there's is it Lamb Lies Down by Genesis, and then another Phil Collins. I'm not sure what the other one is. I'm sure it's jazz or blues, but definitely looking out at getting Gaucho. That's a great album. Went to the Punk Museum in Vegas this week. Yeah, really great memorabilia. Then got to visit 2 record stores. The only good was Moondogs, found in OG Ramones. Nice. What was the other one that you went to? I'm kind of interested if it's the one I'm thinking about that is kind of problematic in that area. Yeah, Moondogs is pretty good, but there's another one there in the city that's really not got the greatest reputations. Now they got a lot of stuff, and they got some stuff you won't find anywhere. But when it comes to price negotiating and talking to the guy there and everything, it's a little bit of an effort, not necessarily worth it. So it's always the case. So yeah, so there was a post today. No, maybe it's yesterday. Actually, now how does you lose days here? But I think it was yesterday. A guy that does a lot of postings on Analog Productions Facebook site, Nathan, and he did another comparison of the 2 songs that are on the greatest hits that Ludwig did. In this case, it was Peg and Josie. Hey Nick, how you doing, buddy? And so he kind of gave his review, and he thought that the Ludwig on those 2 particular, those 2 tracks where you could compare and A/B the 2, he thought the Ludwig was better than the UHQR. And so I've been kind of making a comparison of that, did some digitizing, looked at the spectrographs on it, and also listened to them, of course, right off the record, and then also did some digital. So, Caesar, it's Vegas. Yeah, no, that's not the one I was thinking of. Okay, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. So, so I did some comparisons, and now I'm even going to go back and I've got like 3 copies of the greatest hits. I'm going to go back and pull the other 2 just to double check whether they're the exact same matrices on the sides that have those songs, and listen to them again. But the Ludwig's very, very good. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's very, very good. But I'm not so sure I agree with the conclusion about them compared to Asia. So we'll see. The thing that was interesting to me is that, and I don't know which the situation is exactly, thinking about it, whether the UHQR is just louder, which usually the UHQRs are actually not as loud, but louder than the greatest hits, because the greatest hits was somewhat, volume matching, had to really go like 4.5 dB to equalize the 2. So that made it a little more difficult to compare. But it's funny. I don't know if you guys have ever done this, but sometimes when when you're playing something, I'll go into the next room to try to get kind of the effect of it in terms of like the bass and the drum kicks and that, to get more of a feel, literally a feel of that, without all the mid-range and highs being as strong, because you're not in the same room, and you can get a pretty objective idea then of which pressing is stronger in that regard or not just audibly, but from its effect. So that's something that I've started to do in all of my comparisons, to get that lower end comparison beyond just standing in front of the speakers, but also what's the net effect of that. And usually it's obviously very, it's very similar, but the delta, the difference between the 2 can sometimes be much more obvious when you do that. as opposed to just being there. So I want to set up a link here if anybody wants to join, because this is just an evening chat among friends. So, yeah, Gaucho will be interesting. I expect good things. Katie lied. God only knows what that's going to be like with the TBX issue thing. And I think Royal Scam will be really good as well. I expect those to be really good. You know, I went on, was it Merch Bar, I guess, to do an order for that on Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning. And I thought I saw that it charged my PayPal, but maybe I'm crazy. And then I went to the site for Merch Bar, and it showed that I had created the account, but it never gave me an order. So I don't know if possibly, I had selected it and they had run out and then it wasn't available. I don't know. But anyway, I'm like, okay, that's fine. If I don't get it, it's no big deal. Novus is trying to come in. He's all I see is gray. So
there we go.
There he is, world famous.
Hello, Mick. Hello. I missed a few people. Caesar. Hey, guys.
Caesar. We got Mick.
Yeah.
We got Sales.
Let me fix my camera here.
Yeah, your audio's a little low, it seems to me, but
okay, I'll fix all that.
You fix all that.
Yes, sir. Okay, we got that fixed.
Are we having fun yet? That's what I want to know.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Maybe it's my volume. Oh, my volume's up pretty good.
Okay.
You're a little light there. You need to maybe get some lighting.
Yeah. Okay, got that. Whoa. Technical problems. Get all this stuff out of the way.
I tried to grab one of those record store day items that you were looking for, Nick.
Well,
I was trying to find John Lee Hooker for you today on a couple of places that were selling them, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, I couldn't find it.
I got everything I need or want except for John Lee, and oh well, I was surprised. Yeah. Well, here we go. How's that?
That's better. That's better.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So Michael Chavez is asking, is it correct Chad said to turn up the treble on Pretzel Logic? Well, no, I don't know that he said it. I know that George Borden said it for sure. That George kind of was like, yeah, if I put it up a notch, just one notch on the treble, everything just kind of comes into focus. Chad said when I talked about the Pretzel Logic with him. What happened to my mic there? You still hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good. I'm just trying to.
Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good. You
Nick?
Sound good? Well, you sound like you.
I lost you guys. Hang on.
No, it's all good. We hear you. Sound like you. Test.
There we go. Okay. The jack fell out. Okay. Yeah, jack. Anyway, Chad, sorry about that, Michael. Chad said that when, he said, when I talked about the brightness of that not quite being there, and he was, he did say, you don't want it any brighter than it was, that's for sure. So I tend to think that when they went to do the first cuts and did it the traditional way, there was something that didn't sound well on that end of the spectrum. And that when they adjusted for that and were able to warm up the middle more, they found that more appealing. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure of one thing. I'm sure that he wouldn't have cut it a different way in the sense of doing that if there weren't a reason for it. I mean, that's for sure. It wasn't an issue of a bad tape. It wasn't an issue of any of that. It was a choice to smooth it out, as he said. He said they tried to smooth it out a bit. So there's So something I think it was a little rough on that, the way it sounded with the standard process, because some of those sides were cut like 7 times. I think one of them was 6, one was 5. So that's what they ended up with. Is Novus Nick trying to pull Bobby Gas with that dark background?
No.
No, it doesn't smell like it, but I don't know.
No. And I'm sober.
You're sober.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Bobby smokes a little bit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby said, "You mind if I smoke?" I said, "I don't care if you burn. It's okay."
It's like what song was that? Don't drink, don't smoke. What do? You don't drink, don't smoke.
Oh, I don't know
Goody
that one.
Two Shoes.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Come on, you know it.
I know "Smoking in the Boys' Room" by Brownsville Station. See,
Yeah, right.
that's more my.
I got a friend of mine. It's funny you should say that. I don't know if I've ever told you about my buddy that's had multiple strokes, and he's in a home, unfortunately. And
Yeah.
so anyway, every time I start talking about records, oh, Brownsville Station, I got that. Man,
No.
you got to play that for me.
Were they? I don't know why I want to say they were on Big Tree Records. I'm having that visual,
I don't know.
which was the same label as Lobo. Me and you and a dog named Boo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny how the name of a label just makes my brain just visually see it going around on a turntable and radio.
There's medication for that now.
There is, but I don't want any.
Yeah, but we like it the way it is.
Yeah, right. We'll take it the way it is. You're right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Oh, too funny.
So anyway, I was trying to figure out what that shadow was, and that shadow is my the stand that I'm using. Okay, I wondered what it was.
Yeah, you're in a different spot tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm rearranging. You wouldn't believe I was literally boxed in last night when I was selling those records.
Yeah.
I just
your lovely offstage
my lovely assistant, yes,
very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
That's always a good thing. I'm sure my bride would love to be a lovely assistant.
Yeah,
to
you
get rid of some of these records.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, she was all in to help with that, right?
Right, yeah.
Getting rid of records, that's a good thing. Yeah. So, yeah. Well, anyway. So everybody wants one of those Cars Rhinos. I put that up there, and it's like I've gotten quite a few emails about that.
I bet you did.
I'm like, I don't know. I haven't decided whether to sell it yet or not.
Well, I see notification that only one of them. Oh, there they all are. I picked up the Bill Evans tonight.
Okay.
I got the Doors.
Okay.
Then Oscar Peterson. Those 3 were, record store day. And
yeah.
I didn't really pay much of a premium at all.
Okay.
A couple dollars over. So
where'd you get them through?
I actually got them off of Whatnot. He
okay.
was auctioning them, and I guess people weren't that interested in them, which was a
cool.
win for me. If I think
was it Mike or was it somebody else?
No. You're funny.
I know.
You're funny guy.
I know.
Wait, let's do one of these.
Yeah. That's right.
I said it. If it's beyond what I think, I'll stop.
Oh yeah,
bidding
sure.
on it, right?
Of course not. No.
You know that firsthand.
Absolute.
Wants, needs, and
That's right.
But and I actually picked up a couple of jazz you might not be interested in, but Eric Dolphy, Bill Evans.
Huh.
Yeah. So.
I saw both of those at the store I was at yesterday, I think.
Did you? Okay.
Yep. I don't know. I can't remember what they cost, but
I think $39 or less. I'm not sure. I think I forget. They were quote unquote reasonable.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember, Nick. Did you end up buying the Asia UHQR?
Yeah, Thursday. It's due Thursday.
Okay. So you're due to get it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Okay.
Hey,
I'll be very interested in your feedback on it.
Today I ordered the record store day Doors. I mean, Dead, and 30, 40 minutes later, I got a notice it's shipping.
Wow, nice.
It's being shipped, so I guess they printed the label. So
Okay,
that's
Nick got Faces, Charles Mingus, Jazz Dispensary, and Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell. Yeah, that one was a little tempting. The sessions for Court and Spark, but it didn't have Freeman in Paris on it. I was hoping to hear a version of that. It had helped me, but I didn't see Freeman in Paris on it when I looked. I might have picked it up if it had, but because I do like those two tracks for sure. With Mike, you have paid triple the price.
yeah.
Yeah,
on
whatnots.
that.
Well, yeah, what his whatnot on more on of
Well,
course the OGs and the
yeah,
the heavy hitters. Yeah, they got
yeah,
some people that
he's got
that
people with deep pockets that don't want to search, and that's good.
yeah
Good, good for
yeah
them.
good for
I'm
Mike.
happy. Yeah, good for Mike. Good for them. They get what they
Yep.
want. Yeah, I heard the same, Caesar. I heard the same thing about jellyfish. I couldn't tell you what jellyfish are outside of it's what stings you in the ocean.
Yeah. No,
But
I listened to
I hear
him the
people.
other day, and they said I liked it. I liked what I
Did
heard
you?
actually. Yes, I
Okay.
did. Like I said, I tried to order it, and I thought I ordered it, but then it didn't look like it didn't go through. But that's fine. Because it was like $78 for 2 records, which I thought was a little high, but not anymore. I guess
Yeah.
it's all relative, right?
Yep. Uh,
I knew what you meant, Caesar. I probably translated it in the reading because, yeah. Which record? I think Caesar. I think you won a record on my 3,000 subs one. I can't remember which one it was. Was it Stop Making Sense? I can't remember if it was that one or because that one is just skyrocketed. It's like $100.
is it really?
Yeah, I guess they only. I don't know. I guess they didn't press a bunch of them. So.
I'm enjoying mine. Mine's going for sale.
No, where'd you get that? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, some guy on the street,
Yeah, some guy on the
He said,
street.
"Psst, hey bud, come here.
Come here. You want to see my talking head? 13th floor. Nice. 13th floor.
Yeah, that's popular.
Mamas and Papas was alive.
It's funny. There's so much music
Oh yeah.
that you just can't find time to sample it, let alone listen.
You got
that
talking
much.
head. That's what I thought, Caesar. Yeah, I was just what I say. I don't know if you looked on
Oh, okay,
Discogs,
good. I
but
did.
it's ridiculous on Discogs what it's going for.
Yeah,
I don't know.
see. That's what. Once I get it, I don't look back. But since you were selling it, that's probably
Yeah.
why you looked.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I don't know why I looked. To be honest with you, I have no idea why
Well,
I
you were
looked.
selling it, weren't you?
Well, no, yeah, I know, but I think there was
You
some
gotta-
other reason. I don't remember what it was, but anyway. Oh, I know what happened. I had sorted my list by high price,
Right.
and it jumped into the top 30 toward the
wow.
bottom, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because somebody paid $200 for one. So
Wow.
yeah, so that's how I. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wasn't.
There was on this whatnot. There was a box that said it was the white mono box, all CDs. And then he turned it over and looked at the print, and it was a full-size box, and it was full of books of Beatles stuff. It said CDs not included on the back packaging. He's like, "What? What is this?" It was a giveaway, so it's
Oh,
not
really?
like somebody was buying it.
Right.
But he was shocked. The look on his face was worth it. I mean, he really genuinely thought he was giving away
Yeah.
a box of Beatles mono CDs, and it was
Mm.
a thank you gift to those that purchased.
I'll be darned. Okay.
And his face was like,
Oops. Huh?
so he said, "Let me clarify this now.
Yeah.
Hold the presses."
As Gomer would say, surprise, surprise,
Yeah.
surprise.
He was, but it still looked nice because they had
Yeah.
all kinds of pictures and stuff.
Yeah. Memorabilia.
Memorabilia box. Yeah. He said he looked on was it eBay or someplace, and it was a $300 box. I was like, really?
Yeah,
Who
I've
knows?
got the mono
I
CD
know.
box sealed because I bought it at Half Price Books, and they had 50% off one weekend, and it was sealed. It was $150. I paid $75 for it.
Oh my goodness, for the CDs.
Back-
But
yeah,
still, that's
CDs.
really great.
CDs, and this is I don't know, probably 3, 4, or 5 years ago. I mean, it
Yeah.
was before COVID, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm slowly starting to listen to the mono ones in the LP version that I
Yeah.
got, and oh man, really sweet.
Sure.
Really sweet.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, Sergeant
For
Pepper
sure.
sounds like it never sounded. Trust me. Whether or not Chad said turn up the treble begs the question: how does someone with one of these high-end systems does not have tone controls turn it doesn't? Yeah, you're right, Michael. I mean,
Yeah.
there's I think Mazzy was saying his system has no tone controls.
See, I
Yeah, I don't know.
fortunately do,
Yeah,
but I don't use them
yeah,
unless
I
it's
don't either.
really
I
that
mean,
bad.
yeah, I don't either. I don't.
But I like to. I still like to turn all the dials every now and then just to keep them. You
Well,
know,
yeah, keep
they're
them
dials.
clean.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, keep them clean. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you have to detox them as much.
Well, I
But
don't know. I've had this unit. And it's a C220, so it's not a new unit by any stretch, and I've had it several years now. And knock wood, it's just been a wonderful. It's Macintosh though. It's been wonderful. You know, no problems, no screech when you turn the dials. Real nice fluid turn.
yeah, but VU meters, does it have VU meters?
No, no.
He said his doesn't have any tone
I,
controls. Yeah,
I.
mine have them,
Oh
but
wait, is
I don't
VU
use them.
meters here? Okay, that's what I. It took me just a second to
Yeah,
catch
okay,
you.
yeah, just stick with the
Yeah.
programmer. Okay,
Uh huh.
but
I didn't. I didn't want to spend the extra 5 grand.
oh yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, I mean
Wow. So
they're there, but I don't. Like I said, I don't even use them on Pretzel Logic. So I've come to really appreciate that pressing. Actually,
really okay.
yeah, yeah.
I haven't heard it, and
Okay.
I've heard mixed bag leaning
Well, when I come
towards.
to visit you, I'll bring it with me. How's that
Okay.
sound? Yeah,
Oh
I'll bring
yeah.
it with me. That way you can hear it. It's different. I mean, it's different. There's
Okay.
no doubt. But
It's funny
getting the cell changer one step box. Yes,
you were selling Exodus the other night,
I was
and
having an exodus. Yeah,
yes, I actually have both of them.
yeah, yeah. I
And
did. I know I have none of them.
look,
So
the story was worth more than the LP itself. It was funny.
trying to
Uh,
get it. You mean?
well, yeah, because I was down in down south. I was an hour and a half south of where I live, out of town, and I heard it was going on sale as I'm walking out of the doctor's office, and it'd been on sale for hours. And I'm
Mm,
like, wait, there's no way I'm going to get one. And I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm driving down the road, and I pull over so I can dial. You know, and I dial in nothing, nothing. I mean, so
yep.
I set it up, and then I hop back in the car so I could just hit redial.
Read out. Yeah.
Because yeah, I don't do anything on the phone. I have
Yeah.
wireless. Kept hitting it, nothing, nothing. I hour and a half ride. I gave up. I'm home for 3 hours. I'm like, what the heck? And I dial, and I get a hello. And I'm like,
Really?
really, hello?
What
I
time
said,
was
okay.
that?
It was like 7 o'clock at night,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and I was
They
like,
stuck around. Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like, you don't have any of the Bob Marley, do you? We're like, yeah. And I'm like, you're kidding me. Actually, that's not what I
Yeah.
said.
Right. You're shitting me.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, what? I said, hook me up.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I look back at, stressing out the whole ride home.
Well, I actually recorded trying to get through to them, and
Oh,
with the kind of things I was receiving across the phone,
oh God, all kinds of
all
stuff.
circuits
Yeah.
are busy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that was a fun mess. And the only reason it was a fun mess is because I got one.
Yeah, Rasate wouldn't have been as much fun.
No, it would have really
Yeah,
stunk
yeah,
bad.
right.
But then again, I did say, oh well,
But look at how
you
committed they
know.
are. After hours, they were
Yeah.
there.
But
That's what you get with a mom and pop shop.
even though I said, "Oh well," and I gave up, and I said, "Okay, I don't get one," and
Mm,
then to my surprise,
yeah, there you go.
so you just never know.
Yeah. So yeah, Ron, they did change the boxes for they went to the thinner box like they did with Thriller. So they don't have the big box for one steps now. It's thicker than the Thriller one because it was one album, but it's
Yeah.
really a lot thinner than the other. So yeah, I think that's going to be their default.
Excuse me while I
Yep.
get something to drink here.
Caesar, that's no problem. Caesar likes yeah, that's fine. To each their own. That's why they put them there. That's why they make equalizers, you know. But it's on bypass. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you just bypass all that stuff. That's cool. Yeah. Slipcase. I know you meant slipcase when you wrote that. Yeah. Yeah. It's a nice, yeah, it's a nice, I was going to say compartmentalized solution, but that's kind of what it is. You don't have to take the lid off. It's kind of like, yeah, it is a nice design. And, I guess the other side of that is they're listening, right? They're, and probably they may be cheaper to make. I don't know, but they could be a little bit. But yeah, I think everybody's kind of trying to save shelf space and trying to minimize that kind of stuff. Um, I know that the UHQRs, that's a style, that dowel kind of thing on the side. That's like a like almost look like law books sitting there in your
Yeah.
in your record collection, and they're not. I don't think they're going to change. So unless Massey buys the company,
Well,
I wanted to change it so much I bought the company.
yeah. I actually took the red and blue and didn't want to scrunch it all in there and
Oh,
in and out. Yeah, so I'm in search of something else to put them in.
hmm.
You know, it's like I got in Roger Waters, and all of the sleeves were torn. You know, the way they shipped it. And I was, they were split.
Who's? I mean, what are just is this UHQR, which is?
No, this was a 3 or 4 disc set.
But it's Analog Productions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And so
Yeah.
I
Okay.
I called him
I've got
up.
a 2 disc set of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a couple of anyway. So I called them up, and they said no problem. We'll get get them to you. And a week later, they showed up my doorstep. Didn't ask for any proof or nothing. So I was like, well, cool. I put that in the box everything came in,
Mm-hmm.
and put them separate from the records because it does take a lot of space. Those things.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So you got to store them separately. It's like all the gear for my all the boxes for my gear. Fortunately enough, I have enough storage to put them safely away.
Yeah.
Because
So
if
yeah,
you ever have to have something serviced or you sell it or ship it, there's nothing beats the original box that came in. I was going to try
Magnapanis to see if that I don't have control. Oh, okay.
Well, it can't hurt to try it. It's not that
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah.
What do you used to be able to put on the cables themselves? What's the name of it? It clamps around the cable, and
Speaker cable or the input cable?
I think it's the speaker cable. Yeah, it's the speaker cable.
I don't know.
Anyway, it'll come to me. It usually does.
I moved while I changed receiver. I took my receiver in, so I
Yeah, that was a good video.
brought out one of my NADs to hook up that I use for non-quad stuff. And boy, I've got some hum in off the turntables now. That's really weird. Trying to ground it, it's just I don't know what it is.
One trick I had something similar to it one time.
Mhm.
Try running an extension cord from a separate circuit to it.
To the turntables.
No, to the new piece of gear.
To the amp?
Yeah, try
Okay.
running it to that, and on a separate circuit, a
Okay.
heavy cable, and
Yeah.
see if that helps.
Okay.
I did that one time, and I pulled my hair out trying to ground
Yeah,
it
because
to do this.
these are all sharing, the same power.
Yeah, yeah, and that helped. That fixed it because I tried grounding
Mm.
everything with cables and this and that, and I finally this was my wife's system. Finally ran extension cord from the other room. I'm like, well, there's the problem.
Yeah, it's hum, and I even, I put new head shells on here recently because I got those new cartridges. One of the
Right.
head shells, when I touch it, and I've tried reseating it,
Hmm.
I'm going to go in there and look, make sure all the pins are totally flushed down.
Right.
That's the other thing,
See,
you
that's
know.
one thing with Ariga. There is no ground wire. It's all part of the system.
Yeah,
I've never had a hum with Ariga, and it's been through several different amps and
no,
receivers and just
I didn't. Let's see.
preamps. And,
My wife might have plugged in a space. Matter of fact, there is a space heater in the bathroom next to the media room, so I don't know. I'll have to. It's a good question.
yep.
I would like. I got a friend that's an electrician. I'm going to have him come putting in a totally isolated circuit
Yeah.
for me.
I'd love to do that, except for mine's across the house and down 2 stories
Oh boy.
to run a 220 because my big solid state amps, I can run them on 220. That's where they're happiest. But
Hmm.
copper's kind of, and then, running it up and all that is just,
Yeah, my media room's pretty close to the box.
yeah, that makes it easier.
So I will try your ideas, guys. That's good to hear. A dedicated line.
Hmm.
ACs would be,
Yeah,
well, I have ACs running, that's for sure.
running right now. It's
Sometimes.
it's 50 degrees
Yeah,
outside.
well,
Yeah, but we are in the south,
there's a video
so
in which you
next
should.
week we could have the air on.
I saw that video, Michael, of Fremer getting them to put in a separate line to his listening room. I mean, he came off the poles separately. I mean,
Wow.
I'm not looking at that. I'm talking about getting a circuit within the box I have. I mean, he went pretty extreme.
Yeah, that reminds me of everybody's seen that picture of the Japanese guy with the new pole out front of his house. Just for
Mm.
they're pretty serious into it, the Japanese.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'd have to run, I don't know,
It's
100.
half of 50 at 25 in Boston.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good video by Fremer.
I hadn't seen it yet.
And his interview with the guy from Atlantic was real interesting here recently.
Yeah,
The
that was
CEO.
good.
I thought
Yeah,
that was really interesting.
yeah, it was.
And I looked up a couple of the guys. I think I told you this, Nick. I looked up a couple of the guys he mentioned that helped, develop the brand with Warner Electra Atlantic.
Yeah,
And the guy that was head of Electra, his career, amazing career, what he's done, even up to now. I mean, he's really involved in some unique things. So, yeah, a lot of guys in the industry that are doing
amazing
things
people.
above and beyond what we know. It's kind of like Michael Nesmith was. He was involved in a lot of stuff a lot of people don't realize what
Yeah.
he was involved with. Definitely a pioneer in music videos.
Did you know that the Grateful Dead
We're not.
we're not grateful to be
We're
dead?
not grateful to be dead. Sorry.
Yes.
Go
But
ahead. Sir.
there was an ancient language, I forget, excuse me, it's England area, Scotland or Ireland. It was a language used in just a few small villages, and it was dying quickly
Mm-hmm.
because the youngsters just weren't learning it and carrying it on. So they spent their own money to record it and document it and actually save the language for prosperity. You know,
Mm.
the fact that it's not being used, but it's an
Sure.
ancient language that
Yeah.
they spent their time and money in to keep it from disappearing off the face of
Yeah.
the earth.
Yeah.
That I thought that was really cool. And there's a lot of people that do a lot of things that you know never get brought out into the public.
Oh, absolutely.
Which is
So let's see. Someone said they have products that are power regenerators. There we go.
yeah.
That's what I need, a power regenerator.
You need to deposit some cash somewhere. Is that what you said?
Yeah, those aren't,
Yeah, they are pricey.
wow.
What?
They're pricey. That's what,
I'm not getting updates on. Oh, there it is. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, there are a few from a
there you
few
go.
grand to
There you go. That's what they are. Oh, they're on sale right now. $2,400 for the lowest one.
there you
Power
go.
plant, power
Get you
plant
two.
3. Oh, look at that one. It's only 8 grand. It's on sale.
Hmm.
Power plant 20.
But see, the thing with that gear and
Mhm.
going to that point is your all of your gear up to that level. You know, that's the one problem when people upgrade. All your gear has to match that level of gear, or you're just, unless you're marching towards that goal, you're, in my opinion, wasting money.
But when you say that, you say up to that gear. What do you mean?
Uh, Up to that level of sophistication, quality,
Hmm.
performance. You know, instead of, if you have let's say your whole system's $1,500, decent
Yeah.
system, sounds good. Are you going to spend $1,000 on to replace one of the pieces?
Yeah.
And your speakers are what, $500, let's say, or something like that. So you can't be disproportionate in the amount of money you spend on each piece of gear.
Well, the one thing I can
If
tell you about speakers, generally, they don't require power. I mean, they don't require AC power. Let's put it that way, unless they're a subwoofer. So, yeah, they're pricey. That's what I was saying. And he said, View Meter said having enough to run a power amp, to if you're going to plug it in there, does it have enough oomph? Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, I haven't gone and looked at the specs, but yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of cartridge improvement you could do for that kind of money.
Yeah.
That's a lot,
Yeah. That's what
lot
I
of
did.
lot of other things that give you a more sonic,
Yeah.
more better, sonics. But
I mean, I would probably need the biggest power regenerator for my solid state amps.
yeah, well,
You
the
know.
thing is, these cheap, I'll say cheaper turntables, they just have a one of those block power supply things
Yeah.
that come out. They
That
don't have a ground or anything on them.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just a cheap switching supply.
yeah. So I mean, it's the old "you get what you pay for" routine,
Yeah.
right?
That's why even my streamers on a upgraded power supply,
Hmm.
because it's let's see, I don't know, it was about $350 for a power supply, but it made a significant difference over the internal.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
well, my
But,
streamer has its own separate power supply, and then the DAC preamp has its own separate power supply.
hmm.
And I'm a firm believer that doing away with the cheap power supply does make a difference.
Hmm.
But that's fortunately, I'm happy where I'm at, and it's not $1 million system
Yeah. I think
or even close to that.
yeah. No, mine isn't either.
It's a modest system, but I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in terms of if my receiver gets too expensive to fix. I don't know that I'm going to fix it.
Mm. Gonna do away with quad recordings.
Oh boy, I hate to do that because I got so many of them. I hate to do that.
Yeah.
I've got a friend, older gentleman, who has a lot of excess quad equipment, and so he may have something I could
Yeah.
put in place of it. But the thing I like about the Pioneer is it gives you all the decoders and demodulators
Yeah.
internal. You don't need
Well,
anything external.
I wish you luck with that.
Yeah, I know. I
I
know.
truly do.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. It's it's a expensive habit, right? We know that.
Oh yeah. When you think the price of records are expensive. Wait, if you become a gear junkie, you're just doomed.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta pull up my Sherwood tube amp. I need to hook that up just to keep it
Absolutely.
keep it warm.
Well,
It's that time of
believe me.
year. It's that time
Yeah,
of year to use a tube amp,
that
right?
absolutely right.
Time to warm my room up.
Yeah, I was about to fire mine up when I saw you were coming on. I'm like, okay, we can do that. Best Love said the same thing.
Oh, okay.
What is-
Yep. Directly into the outlet. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for your power amps, absolutely.
Yeah. 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 Well, that's like you said, I'm gonna try running that separately and just see what happens.
Yeah,
Totally separate.
yep. Just do it
So
with
it's
nice heavy 3-pronged extension cord. Shortest one that'll make the distance.
right. Yeah, no,
Yep.
obviously. Lots of folks claim Fleetwood Mac to be the best sounding. Hmm. Well, I'd have to ask which OG you had. I mean, is it a Kendon? What pressing is it? Where to get pressed, and just to be sure. But the 45 RPM to me sounds better than the OG that I have.
Well, and of
Uh,
course the statement is on his gear in his room with
absolutely,
his ears.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Your
because
gear, your ear.
I
That's what
I'm
I
a
would
f-
say.
I firmly think, and I have the 33 and a third. I don't know. I probably have three OGs and a couple
I
other.
have a Nautilus as well.
I don't have a Nautilus, and then the 45 just stomps them, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, yeah. I'd be curious, Caesar, what you've got my email. Send me the link and Discogs of which pressing it is,
Yeah,
because I'm kind of curious. Just because it's like the Fleetwood Mac self-titled, the Kendon of that is very strong, very good.
yeah,
But the one I had that wasn't a Kendon was not good at all. But again, the 45 RPM RSD one that came out for that, which is expensive, someone sent me a copy of that, and it was great. I don't know, was that you, Caesar, that sent me that self-titled 2x45? It was somebody out on the West Coast. Now that I think about it, but and it just sounds fabulous. Yeah, it's on my want list. Yeah, Radio Shack's old cult quad equipment. Yep. 10 band. I had a 10 band realistic equalizer too. I remember that. And I don't have a pair of Optimus. I don't have any realistic stuff left anymore.
yeah.
But yeah, in the day they were go in there, buy some equipment, get some batteries,
Yep.
give you free batteries. The drums have more punch than other instruments too.
Well, as long as you enjoy it, have at
Yeah.
it, right?
Well, to me, if the OG sounds as good or better
Yeah.
and you don't have to flip it, I mean, that's an advantage, right?
Yep. There you go.
But I would be really curious to know which cut it is and which pressing plant or whatever, or which mastering is done there, because they're different. They're not always the same. That's for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
there's Dire Straits Brothers in Arms that are RLs, and there's some that
Yeah.
aren't, and
But
they
then
sound
that's
totally
only
different.
one thing in the whole chain of things.
Of course.
The room, the
Tube test.
treatments.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah, the tube testers, absolutely. For your TV too.
Yeah, the
Used to
best.
be able to go to the local 7-Eleven, check your
Yeah.
tubes.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Remember?
Oh God, yeah.
They're always sitting right over there in the corner. Big ass machine.
Oh yeah, I know. My mom would get really upset when my dad would try to take a tube out of the television to go get checked, because he had kind of he was all thumbs more or less, I guess I would say. And she's like, "You're gonna get electrocuted back there," and then she stops and goes, "Oh well."
Yeah. I made the payment, honey. Have
Yeah,
at
right.
it.
I mean, if they'd have had speed dial back there, back then, she'd have had the insurance adjuster's
Yeah.
number on there, right next to the mortuary. So,
Oh, jeez. Well, you really wouldn't need speed dial for that one.
yeah, right. Yeah, and if you need to look up the number, you got a problem too. But anyway, it's 9 something. I know 9 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have like 3 OGs. So let me. Yeah. See which one it is. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe your 3 OGs don't sound the same. Even that would be
Okay, you're
interesting
gonna
too.
make me look at mine.
Yeah, I don't know which one mine is.
Oh, you do know?
I said no. I said I don't know which
Oh,
one's
I was
mine.
gonna
I
say.
know the 45 beats it without any question.
Yeah.
So I've got a sealed 45 still as well. I bought 2 of those when they
So do
came out.
I.
Yeah.
Great minds.
I just saw one though in the store for $59.99, I think. Yeah. They're still selling them.
Oh yeah. That's one of those they'll press forever.
Well, I mean, I am thinking I don't know that the
1977. What do I have? Texture sleeve, Warner Brothers.
I got a Los Angeles press.
I have to look at the dead wax. Let's see. IDs.
My lacquer cut by Ken Perry.
Yeah, same as me. Mastered by
Capital. Yeah.
You have to say that's the
Yeah.
1977.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken Perry. That's one of the ones I got. Let's see what the I've got a Nautilus, like I said. I've got a Walmart clear one.
Yeah. Here we go.
Who did that
I
one?
got the live.
Yeah, you said you got the
Yeah.
live.
And that's on Crystal Clear, 2023.
HL is the person that did it. I don't know who HL is.
Oh,
Doesn't say.
on the 45.
No, I'm talking about the Walmart. Sorry.
Oh.
I don't know who did. Was Chris Bellman the 45?
I think so.
No, Kevin Gray and Steve Hoffman. 45s were Kevin Gray and Steve Hoffman. Very interesting.
Yep. At ATM.
full bag of tubes. I guess it's 60s, right? 1960s. If you had a bad one, you said, I guess this one went down the tube. But anyway, so nice. I was talking to my wife the other day. I said, yeah, I remember we were one of the first people who got a color TV on our block, and people would show up for, watching the second half of Wizard of Oz or, whatever. I remember I was so disappointed that the moon landing was in black and white. I'm like, what the hell is this?
I have one of 4,000. I have a number of copies.
Of what?
Rumors 45.
Numbered.
It says limited edition of 4,000. Yep. I must have been the first 4,000 pressed.
Guess so.
2009.
Yeah, no, mine's 2020.
Yeah, see, they're still pressing that same one. I got mine when it first came, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's what number do I have? Let's see if I recorded it here.
Let's see how thorough you really are.
I missed it. Isn't that terrible?
Mid 60s, yeah. Yeah, that was it. I remember they had this like round thing they put in front of the tube, like to degauze it or something like that. I remember them doing that. Because it would get like staticky, like you could get static electricity if you put your finger near it. My mother was like, don't sit near the television set, whatever you do. It's going to give you eye cancer. Whatever she said.
I know why I don't have the number. I think it's on the inside. I would have recorded that.
Don't know, Nick. So does anybody have the Gaucho on order for December 1st, week from, or this coming Friday? UHQR? I know, Nick, you're behind. You just ordered Asia. So
Yeah,
there'll be
that's okay.
20,000 of Gauchos, plenty of them, 30,000 of Asia.
No, I don't believe I'm ordering any more from that set. It'd be nice. It's just as we
Oh, the
all
Steely
know,
Dan.
yeah, money doesn't grow on trees.
Oh,
Oh
no.
wait, it's a paper product.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you got to pick which albums. I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
get Countdown to Ecstasy because it's not a
Right.
favorite.
I actually preferred the latest Dead set.
Dead set.
Fillmore. Yeah.
Oh,
Live at Fillmore, April 3rd, 69, I believe.
BU meters, Gaucho. Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Got one vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, yeah, I don't know. I saw somebody just received their Asia and it was like number 2,638 or something. The guy's like, yeah, certainly has nothing to do with the order in which you ordered it. Cause
Yeah.
yes,
Was
I've seen numbers in the 5,000s now. So
was that my buddy I told you about?
you said he had 4,600 and something, I think, or whatever he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4,766 out of 30,000.
There you go. You can use his credit at Music Direct. Hey there, Eric. How are you? Yeah, I was so tempted to get one of those sugar cubes. I don't know why, just because it was discounted and it's never discounted.
Yeah. And you need something else to do, right? Seems like you're pretty filled up.
What are you getting a text from my wife at this point, or what's going on?
No. You just seem to be
like
a rather busy person.
I do. Well, you know how it is. It's a busy life co-piloting.
Yeah, exactly.
It is. So the Sugar Cube SC1 Plus is 2,400, down from 3,000.
That's the one you want.
That's the one I want.
Yeah.
And then the the other one they had is gone. Okay. They had the little more expensive one, the SC2. It's gone. These were open boxes. They got a black and a silver. I don't know what the difference between the SC1 Plus versus SC2
is. See if you can see this. This is the condition. This has been to his town. Let's see. There we go. And the neighboring town, 100 miles away, back and forth 3 times.
What the hell?
That's how he got it. When he come out of his house this morning.
Where'd that come from?
Sound of Music.
Sound of Vinyl?
Yeah, Sound
of Music. What, Julie Andrews delivering to his house?
Yes, she did. As a matter of fact. Sound of Vinyl, yeah.
Okay.
And there was 6 LP, and fortunately, they were all okay. They were inside a second box.
Yeah. Well, Michael, you will not see the Asia SACD in 2023. I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be Q1. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well,
there's just I don't. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know if it's a matter that they don't make enough of them, and that, you know what I mean, they have bigger customers ahead of them. I don't know what the deal is, but those are made, I think, in Austria. So, yeah, those are on long lags. Seems like MoFi doesn't have that problem for some reason. I'm not sure what the reason is, or who they're dealing with, or what. Need to do a little research on that, actually, now that I think about it. Go back and look at who's making them, because
yourself a note.
Yeah, I need a mental note. Oh, I have a sticky note right here.
Yeah, there you go.
I have a sticky note
right there.
Okay. So, MoFi SACD versus Analog Productions lead time.
Well, Michael, you might as well get the vinyl then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though, it's a little bit more, but all I
Yeah.
can say, if you're going to buy one of them, that's the one to get.
Yeah. I mean, the first one, Can't Buy a Thrill, was to me just as
Yeah, I heard that
profound
one
or
too. Yep.
revealing to me.
I have an
Um,
OG of that I'm happy with, and as
yeah.
long as I don't hear, as long as you don't bring with you that one as well, I'll be safe.
Let me make note of that. Bring that one. Yeah.
Oh,
No, that one. Yeah. Well, that's one of my top 5 albums, so I have to have it in the
yeah,
UHQR. So,
yeah, I
you
get
know,
it.
that's
I'd love to, but you know,
yeah.
I'm really the OG is really pretty good. I know you did a shootout on
Oh
it.
yeah, no, it is. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, I mean, if you can find one in really good shape, it's
yeah.
in good condition.
I was fortunate.
You know,
I
you know,
I think I got it from Patrick,
mm,
or oh, I got uh or from the Waxed. I forget which.
mm,
I got it in my notes, I'm sure.
yeah,
But
the
yeah, but
old
it sounds
AV
nice.
1006.
That's one record I can play, and the missus will come running in and
Really?
sit down and listen. Yeah, she really likes it.
So that's why you don't play it that often, I
No.
guess.
Well,
Shh.
this past week she was like, "What's with the Beatles?" I was
Oh,
playing all all 12 sides of the
yeah,
red and blue. Still
yeah. You
hadn't heard back.
skipping down memory lane,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. And boy,
Yeah,
it was a nice trip.
yeah.
Really was.
I got to thin my Beatles herd. I found another whole stack of Beatles. I'm like, what the? Jeez. Those, yeah, they're
Boy.
ones that came from the Houston collection. So,
Yeah. Okay, you're starting to sound like Michael and Chad and oh, the Houston collection. Yeah. The good
yeah,
days.
yeah, it is digital mastered. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be outstanding,
yeah,
Michael. Absolutely. Yeah.
that's the same file they sent to Alex Abrash to cut the $30 vinyl before he ruined it.
Yeah.
So, oh, what a train wreck!
Friday deals.
White label
$7.
promo. Wow. Hang on, what happened there? Nice, very nice. Yeah, I don't have one. I've heard one.
Wow.
I heard one sitting in somebody's office and comparing it to a UHQR. I can't imagine where that was.
And
And he beat it.
yeah, I'm sure he that's why
Well,
he's got two of them sitting there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's just a good album all the way around. I
Oh
mean,
yeah. No, Can't Buy a Thrill. You got that I think that and Asia are the two. They were the
yeah.
two must-haves for me, and then I added Gaucho because I got Pretzel Logic out of I don't know what I guess say a morbid curiosity after the Bremer review came out.
Yeah.
I just
Well, by doing so, you can now calculate the difference between your opinion and his and reference it more closely. No, I'm being very sincere about
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. No, I understand.
It's kind of like when you follow a writer that does reviews. Well,
Right.
reading one review tells you nothing.
Yeah.
It's the reading his body of work, then you have an idea of what his thoughts and
Yeah.
opinions are, and you can grade them against your own. Yeah.
I think it's funny the thing I learned about.
Whoa, really?
You
270.
see that?
Excuse me, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah, 279.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
I need to go press some more of those. I mean, wait, Ryan.
$43 he got it. Yeah, I know. I've uh, I've had gotten some deals like that too. It's just just right place, right time, right? And then you get
Mhm.
the thing somebody doesn't know what they really have, maybe
Yeah.
like the RL I got for $40. So
Yeah. Sweet.
someone just doesn't know what they had. But no, what I was going to say is on the Pretzel Logic. I think the thing that I had to really get past was a paradigm about how I expected something to sound when it was going to sound quote better.
Yeah.
And I, for me, I think yeah, I don't know. It was almost like a revelation in a way. in the sense that we get used to kind of certain things getting attenuated that we expect. And the problem is people were so focused on that, they missed the fact that the mid range and all the voices and everything got stellar. And so it's just that top end that everybody just kind of like when you get a bad haircut. I guess everybody knows it's your bad haircut. They said the top end got a haircut. So yeah, that is an outstanding deal. $43 for one of those. Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's yep. That's yeah, white label promos. I mean, they, those are the first ones off the press. There's absolutely no doubt about them.
Yeah.
I mean, working in radio, we used to get them, week or two, usually even in advance of release. And so, the old saying, hot off the press, I guess it's just like,
Yeah.
I think they meant it in more in media of newspapers, but.
Well, discs are literally hot off the press.
Yeah, they are, except they melt in your mouth, not in your hands. No. Anybody want to join, feel free. Just threw the link up one more time before it won't be up too much longer.
Let's put some faces with these names.
Yeah, well,
come on down.
Yeah, if these two faces could do it, anybody can.
Yeah, no kidding. We didn't break the cameras. We're good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Being meters, taking that fresh approach. I just think, generally when you get a higher end pressing, you say the highs will be more pristine, the bottom end will be tighter or deeper, in the mid range, the vocals will be more identifiable and more segregation of instruments. And we get all of those we're setting ourselves up for all those kind of general, general expectations. And then when you sit down, you A/B the two, then you really, it's like somebody said, wow, the $30 Asia is just fabulous. And it's like, compared to what?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody just listened to, and I mean, in and of itself, it sounds like it's cut for FM radio. It sounds what it sounds like it's cut for, streaming or whatever.
That's a great sound for nostalgia, but
yeah. Well, but it doesn't take advantage. It doesn't take advantage of the benefits you can get with vinyl.
Oh, absolutely.
It limits it. There's too much limitation, too much compression, too much hotness, almost like like everything with CDs, they were just saying loudness wars. It's almost like some of these pressings are, how hot can I get it without causing a needle to jump out, but not in value added, like, the bottom end just being that way. It's kind of the whole thing just kind of comes at you like a big rush of wind. So that doesn't, for me, that's okay. For me, that, again, it has a sound and it has a place, but you start to compare it and then you realize what the difference is.
Yep.
So, but again, $30, new copy. Okay. Get it.
Yeah. It's enjoyable.
Yeah. I get it.
It's good listening
without comparison. Yeah. A lot of things can sound
good.
The
difference, there's a time to be analytical and to pick it apart and listen close. There's other times just to sit back and enjoy it. I mean, that's what music's made for.
Yeah, this is a great point. He said, even though these albums are there, they have varying degrees of good, sonically good.
Yeah.
And then the law of diminishing returns comes into play when comparing. It's true.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you can get a value of return that you get more out of it than you expected. I mean, I always felt like Hotel California, there was a lot left on the table sound wise. And I think that the MoFi proves it. The One Step proves it. But it isn't always that way. Some records you can't get a whole lot more out of.
Right. Well, you were
recordings.
using assumption versus knowledge when you assume. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And there's a big difference there. Like you just stated, sometimes it's just not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
hopes sometimes creep into it.
Yeah.
Like all of ours.
Oh, sure. Yeah. And it's a great point. He says, like, the Mono's door sounds like a master for AM radio. Well, in some ways it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, when you think
That's
about it.
that's another one of my favorite bands.
Yeah. I mean,
Matter of
yeah,
fact, I just got the. I can't wait. Like we did,
DC's.
like we didn't get any of the free records they had, right?
Yeah, right. I couldn't. So you're talking about VU meters, talking about the vinyl uh, DCC of Hotel California. I assume you're talking about the vinyl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the
Okay.
DCC is expensive to get now, of course, too, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Cisco Asia is like twice what the
Mm-hmm.
UHQR is. So, you know, but vinyl. He said, I've only had one DCC vinyl, and it was the greatest hits of the Eagles. And frankly, I didn't think it was that great. Now, greatest hits, what tape
Yeah.
were they using originally? You get into all that. I get it.
Right.
But my point is, it wasn't. I
Was it
sold it.
tape?
I mean, I sold it. It was.
Yeah,
I
a
got a
lot
lot.
of best ofs aren't tape.
No,
You know.
no, unless they go back to the
Right.
original.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Unless it's War's greatest hits.
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, War's
Yeah,
greatest
that is
hits.
such a good record.
Yeah, that.
I missed out on that one too. I ended up finding it on the internet, buried in a hole someplace, and they wouldn't specify if it was CD or vinyl. It
Oh,
was,
you got to be kidding me! What
it
the
was
hell
a
is that
huge
about?
it was a huge company, and they're like, "We don't know. It's in the storage area. We just put them up there." So I said, "Well, if it's the right one, great. I'm paying retail. If it's not, well, oh well. It's a CD. I still
Couldn't you return it one way or the other? No.
no. It's one of
Oh
those.
boy.
It wouldn't have been worth the effort. It's one of those companies. So I took a chance on it, and I got the vinyl.
Oh,
I
there
was
you
like,
go.
Yahoo! Yeah, absolutely, right?
You got
Sometimes
lucky.
you take a gamble and you
Yeah,
get
you talking
lucky.
about a good sounding album. If you don't have this one, Chris
I don't.
Isaac's Heart Shaped World RSD Essential Division
I heard it's
edition.
great,
It is unbelievable.
but I'm not familiar with it.
Well, you know the one song. I'm sure
Yeah,
everybody knows
right.
the one song called "Wicked Game."
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know the rest either. But I really liked
Oh,
it.
you enjoyed it. Okay, well, that's
Yep, I
great.
like. Yeah. But it's if you ever happen to see it, I got it about the same time they got the War one, and those two both. That one in Superfly was another good one that
Well,
came out
look,
on Run Hour Groove.
yeah, that one I have. That was very good. The one with the mat and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, if you run across
yeah,
one, if you
yeah.
run across
If
one
I do,
in the Houston collection,
I got you. Right. I don't think so, but
yeah,
yeah, Elton John's greatest hits. I think the definitive copy is the DCC. I don't have it, but I've heard it. Yeah.
yeah.
MoFi
Let's see
Billy
what I
Joel
have.
greatest, but I got them when they were cheap. Yeah, Billy Joel's greatest is $200.
Well, hold
Darko's videos, the Apple dongle versus the Philo. Okay. He's using a pair of $300 and an A2 while I have a pair of $20 over here, JVC, in the A1. Yeah, I'm sure yours sounds pretty good too, I would imagine. And the A2
And
is the Philo. Those are Philo model numbers, just to be
somehow
clear.
I'm missing the point, Michael, of your.
Yeah, let's see if
Yeah, I'm
it
just
sounded the
missing.
same to him, is what he's saying.
Well, they're using two different sets of headphones.
Hey, how's it going, Chance?
Following. Okay, boys.
Well, it's an improvement, and it protected the corners of the record. In other words, the record wasn't damaged, although some of the corners were, which is a handling issue. The packaging did its job. It's definitely an improvement. Let's put it this way: if they had used the original packaging on this one and had the same level of
Yeah.
knocks on the corners, it would have been damaged.
So when is
So it is an
your
improvement.
release of that comparison?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't completed it yet. So
Yeah, because I've been waiting on that.
re-release it. Yeah. Like Chip. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Chris Isaac. Yeah. It got a good re-release too. That's the main thing. So Michael was saying that both those, he thought the combination of what Darko had, which was
Yeah.
higher dollar versus what he has, is sounded the same to him. Now I'm not sure how he tried out the same things that Darko had, but
Yeah.
yeah,
And
I
a
can't say.
$300 set of headphones is they're okay. I mean,
Yeah,
which headphones? The Sennheiser. Which Sennheisers?
yeah, right.
This,
There's
this,
plenty
I
of
mean,
them.
plenty of them. You're
Yeah,
underestimating.
yeah.
I mean, the 600s are really good. You know, I mean, for their price point,
Mm-hmm.
and they go up from there. And then it depends on what you like in your music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've gone the whole gamut with headphones, except for the $3,000 and $4,000 jobs. You know, those are just beyond, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I mean, if you got it and you're into it, and that's, I mean, if you're replacing a set of speakers and an amp and all that, I get it. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people are into that. Uh, there's another forum I'm on that they're mostly into headphones, and all their gears, spent on that. They're apartment livers. They live in Japan. They're on
Yeah.
top of one another. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it's huge. I learned a lot on those forums, and I've added a lot because I was pretty much the old guy in the group. Still am,
Mm.
but it makes it for interesting
Yeah.
because the group is like YouTube. It's around the world.
Yeah.
It's like these IEMs I'm wearing now. I got them. They were a drop, mass drop, and they were discounted that year. I think they sound great for music. They're really good. Do they rival my other headphones? No, but these are very comfortable and sound very good for you know occasional music.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a Techniques set of earbuds that I love
Yeah,
because they're very comfortable, and I find
right,
most of them very uncomfortable.
right.
So these are they just fit very well.
I may have mentioned I have two sets of full headphones. One, they're completely two different flavors of headphones.
Hmm.
One set's for rock and roll, and the other's for jazz and everything else.
Hmm.
And it plays depending on the rock. They play outstanding, but it just depends on what you're into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through a period for a couple of years where I wasn't sleeping. I was up all night. And of course, you
Oh
can't
gee.
crank music in the middle of the house.
Yeah.
Makes for unhappy people. I travel with
Oh,
digital.
that's nice.
Right. A lot of those guys did. Players full.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice VU. I wish I knew your name. I can't recall it. Thought I had it written down somewhere. But evidently I don't.
Yeah. I don't have it either. I just go with the flow.
Yeah. But that's all right.
Well, I've used Sony MDR V6s for decades, literally decades.
Yeah.
And to me, they're just very neutral. They're more monitor kind of headphones. And
Right.
Rich,
Yeah.
okay, Rich, AVU meters is Rich. Now you know.
Oh, Rich. Okay.
VU works
Thank
too.
you, Rich.
Yeah. So yeah, MDRV. And then what was that? There's another Sony MDR 7506. Yeah. Okay. Those are almost the same. I mean, you'll see those a lot too. The 7506 and those are, what do they go? They creep up. They were in the high 80s. Now they're $95. So,
Right.
but they are probably one of the more industry-wide used in broadcasting and that, I'd say.
I think the Sennheisers, like I said before, 600s were really good. There was just all around for music and monitoring, and they're really good at a good price point for a little more dollars.
Mm.
But matter of fact, the Mass Drop will sell knockoffs of them, and they're the identical. They're made by Sennheiser. They're just on Mass Drop for some reason, and they sound every bit of good. I've had both pairs to compare them.
Yep.
Of course, I've sold them since. I also did planers. Had some planers. I went through quite a few different headphones for music,
Mm.
and I was fortunate. My one set, they I forget how much power. It's like 1 amp, 1 watts, a whole lot for most headphones. My preamp that has a headphone jack uh, has 6 watts, so they'll drive any headphone almost that you can think of. That's a lot of power for a headphone.
Yeah.
But that's the MyTech Brooklyn. Those are
Yeah.
supposed to be very good, Michael. No, they don't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Of course, is it doing a fold down to stereo for those insignias, or how does that come across? Because I've heard the Atmos is come folded down to stereo, and you really,
Yeah.
they sound like stereo. I mean, they really don't seem like they have any more openness or eeriness to them at all. To me, of course, in an Atmos, I'm sure they do. So I'm not sure how they. I guess they don't simulate anything in that regard. They just.
I think Apple actually calls it spatial audio or something, so not to infringe on the Dolby Atmos. Rolling back the VU meters, yeah, the Chi-Fi stuff, the inexpensive stuff, that's what these are. Have really, for the money, are exceptional compared to what they used to be. Now, some of them they get stupid dollars, and I haven't heard that a significant difference to make paying that kind of money for them worth it. Oh yeah, sure. Absolutely. From 10 years ago, absolutely. I agree with you,
Wow, I can
VU.
get a new dongle for $200. I'd do that at this age.
Your wife
This
will
age,
pay for it.
yeah.
You think she was helpful the other night?
She's already paying for it, but anyway, we won't go into that.
I'm sorry, we shouldn't be blaming.
That's what I said. Groucho always said, "You only as young as the woman you feel."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lord.
in-ear monitors. Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, and
I got a whole setup for headphones at my restaurant downtown. I don't use them. I pack them back up in the box. I need to sell them. It's the amp, the preamp, and headphones.
yeah, my dongle has a dangle spec on it. Yes, that's obviously. And here's the latest dongle called the Willie. And or for the sophisticated listener, Mr. Johnson. So
you got to say that with a deeper voice.
Okay.
Well, we're off.
Last week I had the really deep voice, but that was illness related. So
back to audio. Okay, the mix is noticeably different.
Noticeably different. You can hear the difference. Okay. Yeah, I don't have a.
Are you talking about your post from earlier, Michael? Okay.
I think he's talking about Atmos as it relates to. I don't have a 5.
We actually years ago we had a a place that sells musical instruments, uh, and they had a player grand piano, and they put it in our restaurant, and it was
Hmm.
a oh my, talk about a wonderful, and it we could program it to play, hundreds of different music, and it was amazing. My my parents and us, we had a friend that was a real jokester, and he was in his late 50s at the time. This was 20 years ago, so he was quite my senior. And we had the keyboard not facing the main room, so he was sitting back by my parents, where you're seeing the front of the piano, the non-working end. So he didn't realize it was a player piano. So I said, Bob, I'm going to play something for you. You play piano? I said, I try. And I popped on, had a remote control, so I hit the button. I'm behind there, and I'm going at it. I'm pretending. And he's like, oh my, he gets up and he walks to the end of it, and he sees all the things banging away. He's like, why are you wasting your talents here in a restaurant when you should? And I stood up and I said, really? Thanks so much. And I stuck my hand out to shake his hand. He like fell on the floor.
He was punked.
Because he was always the guy that got you. He got
Mm,
everybody. Getting
sure.
him was an accomplishment. And boy, did he get got. But
There
it's a
you go.
bar in a big room. The front of the restaurant's probably 3,500 square foot with 12-foot ceilings.
Yeah,
So that's a pretty good sized room. And that full size grand sounded grand. It was just wonderful. Took up a lot of space though.
sure. Yeah,
But
absolutely.
I would not mind having that. I don't recall what it went for. It was a lot of dollars because all the keys moved and the strikers and the whole bit. It was amazing. A lot of engineering went into it.
Sure. Yeah, no doubt about that. I'm sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Well, that's one of the reasons I've always liked Yamaha gear. It's because they actually build and create actual instruments. Yeah, Caesar, it was good. Hey, this is 20 years later and I'm still laughing about it, okay? But yeah, Yamaha builds their own instruments, for worldwide
Of
consumption. So,
course, you know.
I've always had Yamaha receivers. That's what the missus has downstairs. And they sound great. The Yo was a YAO. I forget their system for setting up the sound. But I've found it works great, and I really enjoyed it.
Hmm.
But then I went to this newer processor from Emotiva, and it has
Yeah.
direct, and I enjoy it a bit more. Plus, it has balanced outs for 7.
Michael, which overnight sensation do you mean? Yeah, I know you can't be talking about Motorhead, but hey, Wyoming Dave, how's it going?
Yeah. Hey, David, good to see
David,
you.
the guy
Yeah,
who's named Dave but wants to be called David.
that's all right.
That's
Good to
okay.
see you, buddy.
Yeah.
Uh,
Overnight sensation.
did you get anything for record store day?
Wyoming Dave, did you?
Yes. Well, that's an open
Oh,
question to
Zappa.
anybody.
Let me look at that real quick here because I there was a Zappa in there.
Yeah. Uh, you're a Zappa fan. I've never
Oh,
really had time to listen.
I'm
No, Michael.
like,
Michael.
okay.
Uh, the what is it? 2,000 Motels. What is your opinion on that? That's because I have that one. Haven't opened it. I was just uh, so I was wondering, do I just give it to someone or sell it to someone that's into Zappa, or is that something I want to hear? Leave your comments in the
Yeah, in the
spot.
comments below. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't. That cover looks familiar. It may be in one of those boxes. I've seen that cover, so it may be in that bunch that I have. And if I did have it, I wouldn't necessarily expect to keep it. So,
Yeah, I haven't even streamed it. Like I was saying earlier, so much music, so little time. If I go to at the restaurant, I gotta, just can't do it. there. So, well, David obviously, or I'm guessing, didn't get anything, or he's still typing away, or he's
I don't
looking
know.
for a link. There should be a link up here, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. If you, well, he just came on, so might not be showing up on his. There it is. It's
I
near
can
the
fix
bottom of
that.
the Zappa list. Okay, thank you. That's what I was. Well, I got the 2000 motel one, so maybe. Just kidding. Yeah, that's what I figured. Now,
All it
I
takes is
remember years ago I listened to some of his earlier stuff, but okay. Yeah, I looked. Mrs. drugged me to Walmart today. We had some stuff to pick up. There was no $15 records there.
yeah. What was on sale at Walmart and how much was it? I'm surprised.
Yeah, there was nothing on sale as far as records at Walmart. So
That's
maybe it's different at his Walmart,
maybe.
or is what he got from the $15 day. Just post it down below.
Well,
I bought some stuff that wasn't on sale. Oh, okay. Well, it must be good. Nothing on sale. What next? Okay.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now there was somebody who sold some stuff on sale.
And there was no
Okay. Dave, looks like Dave sent me his address. And I'm trying to see. It looks like something got chopped off on the address, like the state and the city.
Well, I'm
Other
going
other
to
than
step
that,
out on a ledge here and say Wyoming.
I know Wyoming.
Well,
That's still not close
he
enough.
said he got chopped off.
That's what she said.
Oh.
That's what she said. Let's see.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know. There he is. Riverton. Okay,
I don't
is
think he wants
Riverton
it
the town?
announced all over.
No, I'm just saying Riverton is the town, I think. Yeah, I'm not going to.
Oh,
Just want to
okay.
confirm. Yeah, the only thing missing was the state. I'm sure he knows that.
Yeah, he's on the protection list. Ouch! Absolutely, ouch! Understatement. Ouch. Good. Yep.
Everybody's coming to see Dave out in Wyoming. Party time.
Yeah.
You too can go hunting with Dick Cheney.
Hey, Louisiana's their license plate is the Sportsman's Paradise.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
Well, the problem is the only thing being hunted in Wyoming these days is Liz Cheney. But anyway,
And they're going to throw it back.
yeah, well, she's already out. So
Yeah. See?
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
That's always the way it is.
Fact. Yeah. Right.
Fact is fact. Yeah, I'm going to go back and look at that one more time. I'm going to go look at that sugar cube.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You still.
It's
I don't
itching.
know.
It's itching.
Yeah, but seriously, are you going to dedicate that much time to it?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, before I'm just trying to be the sounding board here.
Yeah. No,
Conscious.
it's
It's,
yeah, I mean, I guess the question, yeah, I mean, and the question is how automated is it? And I don't know. I know it's a pain to do. I mean, you can do it digital onto digital. I bought that preamp now and I can get it onto
Right.
digital, but then I've got to edit, you have to,
Yeah.
go in and clean it up a little bit. So there's Dave.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
David,
Did
how
you,
are you, my friend?
do you want me to email you again my address, or did you get all?
No, I think I got it all. I just, what was this? Obviously you just didn't put the state in. I know what the state is, so that's fine.
Riverton, Wyoming.
Wyoming. Okay. I just didn't know if that was the city. I wanted to make sure it wasn't part of your address. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. It is part of your address, but not a part of your street, I guess.
Yeah.
So, what would you pick up at Walmart Anything? Yeah, let's see it.
Two brunettes and a redhead.
People, you know what people say? People say without this, there's two people in the gallery say I look better with just lighting over here than the one
I
above
think you
my
look better in the dark, actually. But
Yeah.
Let's
that's,
see here. Now I look. Now I look much better. See?
I only do this because I'm showing. I got the. You ever heard Tyler Childers?
Who is
I've
that?
heard the name.
He's
Tyler
a sort of a country
Yeah.
Americana singer.
Okay.
They have this
Oh, I
along,
like
right?
the cover.
Yeah, and this was just a reissue of a 2003 album, Evanescence,
Okay, yeah, I thought I recognized the
early
face.
2000s group.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
a
I
new.
thought that was someone named Evan.
Okay, well, whatever rocks your boat.
They were kind of a modern rock group.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Colored
Nice.
smoke vinyl.
How's it fit into the bowl?
What?
You smoking vinyl, huh?
Okay.
You need to slow down, dude.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, that's it. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you had time to listen to them?
I know I'm terrible. I haven't listened to him yet, but well,
Yeah,
I just
I
bombed
hear you.
today. I should have listened to one of them.
Yeah, I haven't had time. I grabbed
And
the.
they have a third album, but I'm kind of tight on money. They have a new Pearl Jam ratio of a Versus album.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Oh.
someone will give me a gift. Maybe my sister will give me a gift card. And I'll spend it with that.
There you
Hmm.
go. VU, I'm not familiar with either one of those. My ignorance to music has no bounds.
Evanescence was kind of a pop modern rock group.
Yeah.
The female
Heard
lead,
'em. They're
Amy
pretty good.
Lee.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Nice.
They came out at a time when vinyl wasn't very big. So
I
guess
have to look
now-
on Discogs. I don't know if that was even put out on vinyl back in 2003. I have to look on.
I don't think it
Discogs.
was. I think that's all new stuff.
There's a lot of could have been, but maybe not.
Well, if it was, it probably was expensive at the time, right?
Oh yeah,
That's the thing about it. So
yeah. Way back in the 1990s when they were the limited edition vinyl, I had to go all the way like to Denver, Colorado, to some used record stores or
really,
for some new vinyl in the mid 1990s.
Fort Collins wasn't closer.
We didn't have any relatives in Fort. I mean, well, I lived in Nebraska then.
Oh, okay, I get
So
you.
that was
Okay, I was thinking
Western
Wyoming.
Nebraska.
Okay,
We have
yeah,
relatives.
Denver, straight across 70.
We have
yeah.
relatives in there we used to visit.
Yeah, that's I-70. Yeah,
If I was living in Wyoming back in the 90s, yeah, Fort Collins would. Excuse me.
yeah, would have been
Closer.
closer. Yeah, because that's a college town too. So
Exactly.
yeah, only
Oh,
CD.
CD.
I think you're right.
Caesar. You pronounce it Caesar, not Caesar. I remember that.
Caesar,
I think so. Yeah.
like laser. Uh-oh, Nick's lost something. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. No.
Our Walmart does get some new represses once in a while, maybe not everything that other used record stores get,
Yeah, the distribution, even in the city of Dallas Fort Worth, you go to different ones and they have different selections. It's kind of weird. I mean, they have common ones, but there are certain stuff that just shows up in one and not in the other, and vice versa.
Oh yeah.
So it's just the way it
Hey,
is.
hey, Scotty Strychnine. I know him. I talked to him.
I haven't seen him on before. Scotty, welcome.
No, another vibe.
No.
Hello, Scotty.
Me and Sky, you two don't get on Twitch. He gets on Grown Man Record Night on Twitch.
Oh, okay.
Twitch a lot.
No, every time I get on Twitch, I just my head starts doing this.
Something different.
Yeah, there's
Smart ass.
medication
Life's
for
a
that.
Twitch.
This is something different. Twitch on the internet.
Yeah.
You can
There's
watch
music
gamers or
Oh, really? Okay.
Music on vinyl.
Leonard
Yes.
Leonard Skinnerd. How do you pronounce it? Yeah, Leonard.
Yep. Didn't have this one. I was surprised.
Is that the Walmart one?
No, that's the free one.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Music on vinyl. $1
Okay.
shipping. And let's see what else we got. This is the 40th anniversary. It's supposed to have
Rush.
a booklet inside it and such.
Mm.
So
Yeah, that one. By the time I got up there, that one was sold out.
I have the OG, so I
Of
haven't.
course, I'm not the
broke
biggest Rush
seal
fan
on
in
it.
the world
Yeah,
either.
me
so.
either.
I don't know. I sort of like Rush, but
The
you're not
guy's voice, I just really have trouble with. I guess.
Rolling
only-
Stones, right?
Stones, yeah.
Yep, it's
Oh,
only
rock and
rock and
roll.
roll. Yes, sir.
Cool.
And you can get your tickets in advance from aarp.org.
There you go. Everybody knows this one.
Quadrophenia.
Who? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. These are all half speed, by the way.
Oh,
Most
really?
of them are,
Cool.
yeah.
That's
Wow,
good.
they're going to sound funny.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Then you always got to throw in a little jazz.
No, you didn't say
Soundtrack to
No, you
Human
don't.
Motion, Jason
you-
Moran. I don't know if anybody's familiar with him.
Oh, actually, no. I never heard that guy. For some
Okay.
reason.
Look him up. This is on Blue Note. This was not
Color and
from
year. But could be the way David was saying either of those.
yeah. But that's
Oh, Caesar, I got to ask what the hell Rachel's how she's pronouncing your name. Caesar!
Oh, yeah. Oh, his name, yeah.
Yeah.
Took away Rachel. Yeah. Well, I heard vinyl archivist tell he says not to pronounce it Caesar, Caesar.
Caesar.
That's the only reason I knew how to pronounce his name correctly.
Okay. Well,
oh,
Other people on there.
wait, how's he preferred said?
Caesar.
Cesar? Okay.
Like laser.
Okay, well.
Whatever he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, try playing a 33 record at a what's the real lowest 16?
16. 16
I had
2/3.
it was 16 speed. Find a record player with a 16 speed.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I had a record that was it was an Art Carney record. The guy from the Honeymooners,
Yeah, I know.
Mopsy, Flopsy, and Peter. It was the story
Oh,
of these
goodness.
rabbits.
Really.
Mopsy, and it was 16 and I had that. I was never. Yeah, and I can't explain it anymore. It sounds really fast now.
Now, where is this?
Why do they make record players with a 16 speed? I had to
Well,
use one time.
I've never
Well,
seen one.
they made them back in the day to get like books and things on there. You know,
Ah.
things that weren't sonically that, big of a deal to sound good. It was just like reading books and stuff is mainly.
Or
what they
reading
were
books,
for.
I've heard about those.
Yes. Yeah. So, but they phased out by the
Yeah.
mid 60s.
Kind of like the vinyl record phased out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, early
It's
1990s. Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Here's this. This has got quite a bit of music on it. Portable.
Oh, what kind is that?
That's just
Just a
it's
drive, portable drive.
portable
okay.
hard drive. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You can
Absolutely.
get a lot of stuff on there. There's no doubt about that.
That's a 1 terabyte, I believe.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, I
Sure.
showed David. Ever heard of Lindsay Sterling?
Oh yeah, that's a good album. I have it.
Oh, Nick's heard of her.
I like it. Yeah.
Caesar.
She's a violinist.
Yeah. She's also a ballet dancer.
Wow.
Have you
Yeah.
you've never seen her perform?
I never seen her dance. Just
Oh,
American
pull it
Idol.
up on
American
YouTube.
Idol.
She's
American Idol.
she's a
she?
very good dancer as
know
well as
music.
violinist. She combines the two. She's been doing it for quite some time. Very
Oh, yeah.
entertaining. Yeah. Look her up. I'm sure you'll enjoy her.
Well, I remember her from American Idol, Nick. I used to watch
Mhm.
American Idol.
Yeah. She's been doing it a long time before that though. She's
They let you do a bow job on there? I can't believe that.
There's some colored vinyl again. Bow job.
David has missed his meds.
Oh man.
Would you like to borrow some?
Yeah, right. I just was watching last night before last, I think it was, somebody filmed a live concert of ELO like from a few days ago on the West Coast. And man, they had like 5 violinists, 3 celloists, and playing all that stuff genuine, not using keyboards to recreate it or anything, just the real
Nice.
thing. And his voice sounded just like it always has. Unbelievable.
Who is
Jeff
this?
Lynne. Jeff
Oh,
Lynne,
Jeff Lynne.
ELO.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's amazing. And he doesn't cheap out.
Well,
I guess I'm
that's-
calling his name okay. Motorola. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rachel is the one that says it all wrong, different than one. Okay. So,
Yeah. I actually got under her skin for the first time.
oh, the Clowny thing. What? Yeah. See,
yeah.
The clown.
God.
you talk about creating drama, man. I don't know
Yeah.
where she got the guy from.
No idea where she dug him up, but she needs to bury him.
Yeah, I
mean,
know. Yeah.
Anywho, yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, that was that must have had a setup of some kind. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind it had to have
Yeah.
had something. Because that guy, I don't know who he reminded me of somebody. I don't know who it was exactly, but he definitely reminded me of somebody.
I wonder why. I know why the record companies love sending Walmart all these new special colored vinyl ones just for the hell of it or collectability. Is that why Walmart? Or do you guys know?
What do you
Probably.
mean? The different types of
You just wonder why Walmart loves getting all these colored vinyl albums in, don't they?
well, they specify what they want. They want to have a unique thing
yeah.
Unique.
that
Okay.
will have people come in. You know, that's what they're trying to draw you.
Good point. Yeah, I know. I just wasn't thinking
You know,
about
that's a they call sometimes those things are even called like loss leaders. They don't even care if they make that much money
Yeah.
on them. They just want
that.
to
Oh yeah.
they just want to get people in, you know.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I guess to some degree they do, right?
Well, hence
Right.
the music on vinyl, their giveaway days they had.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, right? That wasn't a total loss, but they were banking on you to buy other records.
Yeah, exactly. They were. So I think I just found out where that guy came from. Hang on. Now
Oh
that I
no, here we go.
now that I remember here.
Chinese trunk monkey commercials.
You don't remember the
Big
trunk? You don't remember the trunk monkey? Here we
bingo.
go.
Get you someone. Who was it? Just
Urban
did you
Auto
just play
Group.
that? You did?
You're honking at, huh? What, you don't like the way I drive? What, come on in, I'll give you a drive lesson. No. You want a piece of me?
Did Rachel play that commercial? Who was it?
Where are you gonna go now? Well, you can't speak
No,
up,
that's-
man, but you
That's
can't tell
Clowny.
me. Well, you think I like the way you drive. What, you got a fancy new bike?
There's not enough
Keep out.
F and whatever in there
The
though.
Trunk Monkey, a revolutionary
A little more
idea you'll only
vulgarity.
find at Suburban Auto Group, pending approval by Attorney General.
All right, back in the trunk.
with my trunk monkey.
Time to watch Coin Pusher video.
So that's what I thought. I think that guy was the trunk monkey, the guy that was
Yeah.
banging on the window. That was the Clowny guy, I think.
No
He sounded
doubt.
like
No doubt.
But you're right. There weren't enough F bombs, I guess. Now
Yeah.
that I think about it.
And that's, I mean, that was over the top for me. Anywho. So,
Time to watch Coin Pusher video.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Was her? I didn't. I mean, I didn't watch. I just watched like 10 minutes of it, or listened to 10 minutes of it. Did her user count go out the roof, or what happened? I wonder.
I don't know. I turned it off for a while.
She keeps
I just
shows up.
figured
You
it
can
out.
rewatch it if you guys want.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she does. Yeah,
Keeps
Okay.
us
yeah,
all-
yeah. We can watch Nick. Nick get it chewed out.
Well, no, the funny part was Sue started taking up for me, which was very kind, and I wasn't trying to cause a commotion. I was just
See that.
surprised that, about that whole situation. And I had typed something, and by the time it came up so they could read it, she's like, "Oh, that's it. Back in the dumpster I went."
Yeah,
I miss. See that.
Oh, but oh well, too funny.
but that was the shtick of the day, I guess.
I
huh?
guess.
And now that he didn't return today, did he?
No.
Because today's when today was when you got on there, right, Nick? Wasn't it this morning? Because the guy came on he came on yesterday, day after Thanksgiving, right? He didn't come on
Yesterday,
Thanksgiving.
yeah.
He came on yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think today was the fallout day.
No, I don't think I was on today.
Yeah, you guys need to go on look on YouTube for Trunk Monkey, and there's a whole series of those. It's about 10 minutes and 30-second commercials, and they're hilarious. Very ingenious. I've used them in some of my training classes.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I need you to come.
Well,
train my
I said,
son.
it's their safety classes. So I said, have you seen the latest safety device that they've come out with in
Oh,
vehicles?
God. Well, that'll break the ice. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
right. Yeah, I like it when the teenage kids are in the front seat, the girl and the boy, and they're gonna get ready to kiss, and in the
Yeah.
back seat, the monkey goes with the rifle. Oh man.
Too funny.
Yeah. No, you got to break the ice in those training sessions, because otherwise they'll fall
Yeah.
asleep on you.
Yep. Absolutely.
Of course, I'll throw in a thing where, all of a sudden after discussing a slide, a thing will come up where a car crashes into another one and it just wakes everybody up. So
That'll work.
you got to have your techniques. Definitely got to have your techniques. So
Tell them to pay attention, or you will bring out the trunk monkey.
yeah, right. I am the trunk monkey.
You don't travel without him.
No, that's for sure. Got to get them. Well, I guess it's back to the old grind this week. My goodness, after a few days off.
No, we were open.
Well, you were
today.
working. Yeah, you were.
I
Yeah,
was
you were.
working.
You were out yesterday, right? Were you open yesterday?
Yeah, we were open.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were nice yesterday.
Busy.
And then we even, no, what day was that? Oh, late Wednesday, we found time to decorate.
Oh, okay.
You got to change over the whole restaurant, all the vases and the flowers, and bring Christmas into the place.
Yeah.
So that's quite a bit of effort.
Yep.
We have 20, 30 tables.
David, I just private messaged you my address one more time.
Thank you.
Did you get it right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you. I got it. Yeah. Stay on the stream after I break it, and I want to ask you a couple questions anyway, Dave, if you got a minute.
Sure.
After I break the live.
Up to you.
So anyway, yeah. So anyway, it's getting to the witchy hour here, almost midnight. So I'm
Is it
gonna.
really?
Yeah, it is, buddy.
You're in
Been on
Central
almost 2
Florida.
hours. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for joining us this evening. Just to gab, Cesar and Michael, and let's see who else.
Yeah.
Scotty,
BU meter.
BU Meters, Rich. Let's see,
Yeah.
scrolling them. Yeah, Michael, they were the big commenters. Somebody
Yeah.
who was commenting. Yeah.
And the other 10
And
folks. that are
Concert
out
Buddy, I
there.
don't know if you're
I don't know
still
if he's
out there.
Or not.
I didn't even see him come in.
Yeah, he asked me, Ron Burns. Yeah, he asked me about the packaging on the Rhino.
Oh,
So,
there he is. Yeah.
yeah, he asked me about the packaging on the Rhino.
Okay.
Got to make sure you got a good package. That's what I always say.
I
Okay,
got a good
Ron.
package. Yeah. That's what I'm told. What can I say?
That's what I hear. All right, Ron. Thanks for
All
you.
right.
Take care, Rich. We'll talk to
Thank
you guys
everyone.
soon.
God
See
bless.
you. Take care of yourself. God bless. Yep.
David and David.
Yes,
stay
sir.
tuned.
What
You
about all
too
that
as well.
confetti, Nick?
Yeah.
Came down.